Hey guys, Masi's here, and welcome to Masi's Mart, the Zelda Dungeon Mailbag, and I will answer some of your questions. The name Masi's Mart that was suggested last week, I like it. It's a play off Mart from Twilight Princess. Let me know what you think, or if you have other ideas on what I should call the show. I'm open to things, and I want to give it an official name sometime in the next few weeks. Uh, Second, you'll notice these standees in the back. I'm still sort of setting up my setup in the basement. Eventually, I'll hopefully have some more posters and maybe some statues or other stuff in the background because you don't want to just look at me. The other thing, I want to have an introduction video to the mailbag. So I'm leaving this open to you guys. Anybody with some video editing skills that wants to create maybe a little 5-second jingle or something. It says Zelda Dungeon Mailbag, Mossy Smart. I shoot these videos in 1080p and we render them in 1080p, so if you want to create a little video and you can send it in to, I'll put my email address in the description, webmaster@zeldadungeon.net. Send it in, and whichever one I like the best, I might add it to the beginning. Then the last suggestion was, last week somebody said they didn't like that the video went too long. I'm going to try to keep the mailbag videos under 10 minutes. I know I ramble a lot. I've already rambled a bit, but straight to the questions. First question comes from Jesus Marte from YouTube. What happened to Axel the Beast? Next question comes from A Link in Time from the forums. Is Zelda Wii U arriving too late for its own good after other open world games like Metal Gear Solid 5, Witcher 3, Fallout 4, Xenoblade Chronicles X had more compelling open worlds? I wouldn't say more, or had compelling open worlds. Maybe. I really think so. I think Nintendo in recent times has occasionally been a little late to the party. I know this is a hardware thing, but the Nintendo Wii U in itself was one of these things where I think Nintendo tried to jump on the tablet bandwagon. It was still early in the tablet, when tablets were becoming a big thing, when Nintendo was developing the Wii U. But by the time it launched, the iPad and the Samsung Galaxy and other third-party or other company tablets had become so mainstream that I think fans, when they looked at the Wii U gamepad, they viewed it as a tablet, but almost like a inferior tablet to some of the other ones. And I think that has caused a lot of developers, and even Nintendo itself, to make less games that utilize the gamepad to its potential, because I think they were just late to the party. If the gamepad had come out maybe 2 or 3 or even 4 years earlier, it could have been something. Now, I don't know how that relates with Zelda exactly, but I think it might be the same thing. I think Skyrim in particular was the game that really opened up the whole idea of open world. It's not even the first really open world. Even like Oblivion in the Elder Scrolls series, or Morrowind, was that same idea. And there's been so many games that have gone down the open world the route. Even like the latest Batman games, where you can explore the world and everything. I kind of wonder if Nintendo is just trying to, I don't know if they're just trying to piggyback off that, or if they're doing their own thing. I know they always say they're doing their own thing, and it has me a little worried, though, because I think that there are so many games in that genre that if Nintendo really, really, really makes it like open world like that, it might be hard to distinguish itself. I don't know. I am worried a little bit. But I don't know. I still hope it keeps a more traditional Zelda formula where there is a suggested order. I think the original Legend of Zelda is the template, what they're going to go for, where you could do things out of order. I don't think there's going to be a bajillion side quests. I don't think it's going to be a game where there's 3 hours of gameplay and of main quest gameplay and 50 hours of side quests. I don't think it's going to be that. We'll see what happens. Next question comes from Darkmaster at the Zelda Dungeon forums. We both take Zelda collecting to an extreme. What is your favorite aspect? Roughly how much have you spent on your collection? Finally, do you keep your collection locked up? Okay, I don't want to get into how much I've spent a lot, but I collect not only Zelda stuff, but I collect original Nintendo stuff too. I have almost a full library of original NES games. So that's actually been more expensive, I think, than my Zelda collection. But the big things I like collecting are the figurines and statues. The first four figure ones in particular, they're just awesome. I have them on display, most of them in my office, and I like those. The other big thing I collect is strategy guides, and in particular, there was a while where I was getting old guides from the original Zelda and Adventure of Link and A Link to the Past, like Japanese strategy guides that there's a lot of guides and there's a lot of artwork that's actually on the internet now from these guides that I got in, and I scanned a lot of the artwork. Me and Melora from historyofhyrule.com, we worked a lot on getting a lot of this on these old artwork pieces and some of these old guides, and now they're readily available online, at least some of the artwork. And there's so many old Zelda guides that I think some of them are awesome. It's a shame that Zelda guides, at least in North America, have gone to. There's only one. Oh, Prima makes them, and they're the only ones, and they make good guides. But I always liked that aspect, and it's one of the things that inspired Zelda Dungeon. We are a guide-oriented website. So, good question, Dark Master. Next question comes from Bruce Lay at YouTube. Do you think that Twilight Princess HD should get a new dungeon for the game? Do you think that would ruin the game because it is a childhood favorite among Zelda fans? For example, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask on 3DS didn't add new dungeons. There's no way Twilight Princess HD is going to have a new dungeon. I hope I'm wrong, but it's going to be an HD upgrade port-ish of the game. More in line with, I think, what Wind Waker HD did. If I was a betting man, I would guess that they're going to make even less changes to Twilight Princess HD than they did with the Wind Waker HD. So I don't think we're going to get it. Would I like it? Sure. I mean, more is always good. It would give a lot of people that played through the original game several times through more of a reason to play it rather than just replaying their favorite title. But do I think? No, I don't think they will. Alright, our last question for this week comes from Shiro Negi from the forums. What is your honest opinion on Triforce Heroes and its plotline? Do you like the garment mechanics, and do you think they could have done anything better? I think the plotline in Triforce Heroes is just so silly, so ridiculous, really. Not that some of the Zelda games in the past haven't had some ridiculous plotlines, but I really felt like the storyline was like out of a Tingle game. Like Tingle's Rosy Rupee Land, I think, fits in the Triforce Heroes world. It's that we're talking about clotheslines and dressing. I don't know. It was silly. I don't think anybody's playing Triforce Heroes for the elaborate storyline it presents. That being said, the actual outfits and the garments, I like it. It has that RPG elements where you can pick and choose which outfit to use and which because each of them have different some let you shoot your arrows 3 ways. Some each of them have their own unique abilities. That's cool. I'm all in favor of that. I think they could have done that in different than just actually having Link dress up as other characters. I mean, it just looks weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm a traditionalist here, but I did not like the storyline. The garments, meh, whatever. Alright guys, thanks for watching. As always, you can leave your comments below, and you can post questions for next week's mailbag in the comments below. If you go to the Zelda Dungeon forums, I'm going to create a section specifically for the mailbag, and you can ask your questions there. In general, I prioritize questions that are on the forums. Then I also YouTube and the website itself. But the forums are the best way to get your questions answered. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next week.